Good morning, church. It is good to be with you today. We're going to be in 1 Peter chapter 4, starting in verse 1. Therefore, since Christ suffered in the flesh, arm yourself also with the same understanding, because the one who suffers in the flesh is finished with the flesh, in order to live the remaining time in the flesh no longer for human desires, but for God's will. For there has already been enough time spent in doing what the Gentiles choose to do, carrying on in unrestrained behavior, evil desires, drunkenness, orgies, carousing, and lawless idolatry. They are surprised that you don't join them in the same flood of wild living, and they will slander you. They're surprised that you don't join them in the same flood of wild living. Has that ever happened to anybody here that you choose not to get drunk at a party, you choose not to do the immoral thing, and you get mocked and made fun of for that? Well, don't despair. Follow God, because they will give an account to the one who stands ready to judge the living and the dead. They're the ones who ultimately have to account themselves to God. But it just gives this great depiction of the difference between the spirit of this age and this Holy Spirit that lives within us. And I love what it says, that there's been enough time given over to that. And don't give yourselves over to the desires of the flesh, to human desires, but to God's will. And turning away from what this world says is good, you wouldn't think that would cause such distress amongst the general population, but we see that there really is this war going on between God and the world is at war with him, and God seeking to bring peace through us. But these acts of goodness and moderation, of gentleness and humility, enrage the spirit of this world. And we see that throughout Jesus' life as he healed, but not in a way that the people approved of. And it created this tension. But we remember that the one who we serve and the one who we follow is Jesus Christ, and everything else fades into the background. So read 1 Peter, this great discourse on being firm in your faith through suffering, and be encouraged to go out and live according to the good and perfect and holy will of God. I love you, church. We'll talk to you soon again.